Hi and welcome back to the final activity of the 2016 Edexcel IGCSE ICT exam. In activity 5, we are going to look at using DTP and word processing software. And Martin wants a new letterhead for the company. Open a new document using word processing software, so that's a Word document. And we are going to put task WP1 and your name in the footer. Now, a letterhead is something that you have at the top of any letter you send out, identifying the company that you're sending it to. And this particular task is actually not that easy. So you have to be very careful. And we save its task WP1. So we go into desktop and task WP1. Okay. Now, it wants you to put, and I would put any header in the top there, any header for a letter in the actual header of the document. And what we need is the contact details from the file cottage. So we need to go into the cottage, and where is it? And we have our contact details. And I don't need his name because this is going to be a company one. So I don't actually need his name here. I'm going to move myself to the side there. Oh, there's a mistake there. Undo, there. We don't need his name, but I do need the company, so I'm going to copy that. I'm going to put this in the center, like so. Home, select all, home and center. And it's a bit too big. It shouldn't be that big, so we're just going to make it a bit smaller as well. So one there, like so. Telephone number, perhaps we can put that on one line. Website on one line there, and email on one line like that. And we also need the logo as well we created earlier. So I need to go into my resources folder and get my logo. It's too big, way too big. So I need to make it smaller. And design, that's header, footer, format, wrap, and I need to say behind text, and so I can move it around. And use the ruler lines to line it up, okay, which I've done there. There we go. And that is my header done. That's my headed paper done. Going back, resave but do not print. So Control S, don't print. And then it says, Mr. Peters, a customer, has requested a list of cottages he has rented 2016. Martin has saved the text of a letter to Mr. Peters as draft. Using WP will complete the letter to Mr. Peters by inserting the text on the file draft. Insert selected information on the file, Peters in appropriate locations, and add any other features found in standard letters. So we need to find that draft letter. So I need to find that draft letter, which is this one here, and I'm going to enable and add this into the letter here, like so. And then it says in the file Peters we might need. Okay, so I've got his, so this is actually telling me about the address as well. So I'm going to pin this to the side, and I'm going to pin this to the side. One of which that we need is his address. So I need his name and address, which is going to be at the top of my letter to feature, so we know who to actually send this letter to. Because in any letter, I have to say, who's it for? If I'm not telling it who's it for, it's not going to get to its destination. So I need to say who's it for. The other thing as well, I'm going to go to the right hand side and I'm going to insert a date on the right hand side. So insert date and time, and I'll put the date. And then we will then go to the left as well and I'll put Dear Mr. Peters, like so, and we'll put a subject here. And the subject will be about, what's this letter about? Does it tell us in very briefly? Is it request a list of cottages he's rented in 2016? So your request for cottages you have rented in 2016. I'm just going to put capitals. Yeah, I'll put a capital there. Yeah. And I'll make that bold so it stands out. Remove the space there. Yeah, I think that's right. Just going to read it because there was a table in here. Do I need that? First of all, thank you for choosing Terrier Holiday Rentals. As you may know, we're the largest holiday company in Angus and have been operating since year 2000. We appreciate that you've used our service so frequently. In this table, we have listed your rentals. So obviously, in this gap, I need to put the table. So copy and paste that table into here, and I will select it and send to that table. So it makes it neater. At the bottom, I'm going to say yours gratefully, and what's his name? I've forgotten his name. It was in Cottage, I think. Martin Krimkist at Holiday. I don't know what his job title is, so I'll just put Martin Krimkist in there. And we'll close the other two files, like so. Now, got my letter, and it says save and print, so that's fine. I need it on one page. It's on one page, which is good. I'm going to Control S, and I just go File and Print, so it prints it. And that actually is quite a tricky task because you've got to do a letterhead and get the right format. So that should print. Now I need to go explain the purpose of conventions used in that standard letter. So I need to open a new document. So I go New, and I go to Insert, Footer, and in here I put Task WP1C, Task WP1C, delete the middle, and on the right we're going to put my my name, like so. And it tells us to say, explain the purpose of two conventions. Well, two conventions used in a standard letter. So two conventions used in a standard business letter are, colon. First one, of course, we have a subject line indicating what the letter is about. Recipient address to indicate who the letter is for. Closing remark to sign off the letter. Date to indicate when the letter was written. I know there are 4 there, and you only need to put 2. But I just thought as the teacher, I just thought I'd just explain which ones more than enough, so you can choose them. And finally, we have to save its WP1C and print it. So we just go File and Save As, and WP1C, and go to the desktop, go to my resources, and save it in there. And I'm going to close that. I'm also going to close this one as well. And that is the end of 2016. Thank you very much for watching. I do hope you enjoy these videos. Please do like, share, and comment. And I'll be very grateful to see them. Thank you.